Hokey religions and ancient weapons are no match for a good blaster at your side, kid.
Folks, I'll admit, sometimes my timing is just a little off. Last week I was trying to record an episode about the Marvel's miniseries Lando amidst all of the excitement of the new poster for The Force Awakens being released, teasers for the trailer that was coming the next day, and here I am trying to talk about Lando. Kind of hard to focus, but I did it, and I wanted to do that because, well, I didn't want to just throw out my gut reaction to everything that was going on. I wanted to kind of take a moment, pause, and reflect on what we were seeing with the new poster, and kind of wait and see what we're going to get with the trailer, and then kind of gather my thoughts and give you a full episode on, well, what Delusions of Granular's thoughts are on everything that we saw for The Force Awakens about a week ago. Hi, folks. My name is Ron. As always, this is Delusions of Granular, the podcast where we pick a Star Wars topic, talk about it, and get granular with it. If you have already found us, then you probably know this, but you can find all of our episodes at delusionsofgranular.com, as well as subscribing to us on iTunes or Stitcher. And you can also follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/SWDOG, or on Twitter at SWDog77. And if you want to call and leave us some feedback or suggestions for future topics for the show, you can call us at 651-337-9364 or email us swdog77@gmail.com. All right, folks. So as I was saying, last Sunday we got hit at about 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time with new poster, the official poster for The Force Awakens, and I think reaction to it was pretty positive. I think there was no real objections to it, well, until of course people started to dive into it and pick it apart, as Star Wars fans tend to do. And I think aside from everyone being happy with everything we saw on the poster, we were a little bit surprised by what we didn't see on the poster, and that would be the main character in particular, Luke Skywalker. Still a mystery, folks. Still, after everything that we've seen so far, Luke is still a mystery. We're not on the poster, even though if you looked closer, he's billed as second in the credits below, right behind Harrison Ford. You know, the big three: Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, and Carrie Fisher get top billing for this movie. Kind of something I was a little bit surprised about. I thought for sure that maybe they wouldn't be top billing, but maybe they would be behind Daisy Ridley and John Boyega and Adam Driver. But actually, as it turns out, Adam Driver, Daisy Ridley, and John Boyega are billed after the big three, and Adam Driver is actually billed right after Carrie Fisher. So I'm a little bit surprised by that, just by looking at the poster. Rey, Daisy Ridley, is definitely the character that stands out the most, right after Adam Driver as Kylo Ren himself, and then of course John Boyega on the other side with is that Luke's lightsaber, the original lightsaber of Anakin Skywalker? People are saying it is, although I'm looking closely at the poster right now. It's hard for me to tell, but maybe we all have heard that this lightsaber, the original lightsaber that was presented to Luke in A New Hope, is a big part of this, and if that is true, then it is definitely highlighted on this poster. Also, the big reveal on this poster, the somewhat controversial issue, but behind Ren and, I should say, behind Rey and Finn is looks like a new super weapon, right? Looks like it was brought to our attention by Domhnall Gleeson himself. This might be Starkiller Base, the planetary super weapon that is supposedly in this. Now, people are kind of saying, "Oh, great, we're going back to the well already. We've already had a Death Star in A New Hope. We've had a second Death Star in Return of the Jedi, and now we're getting another all destructive mega weapon in The Force Awakens." Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, as much as I'm like, yeah, it is a little bit going back to the well, it also is a big part of Star Wars. A big part of Star Wars tradition to kind of have that big weapon that can just kind of destroy planets, systems. We've gotten it in the EU. We've gotten it in various, forms. The Sun Crusher was one that I remember prominently being in the EU novels. But I don't know. I have faith that they will do something interesting with this. Mostly because Lawrence Kasdan is still the writer on this, and I believe he had objections to George Lucas using the second Death Star in Return of the Jedi. So, maybe he put a spin on it. We'll see. I like to think that this super weapon is actually a weapon of the good guys this time. Maybe things are a little bit different in the Star Wars universe. Maybe they're that's the big reveal in this. The big mystery box that JJ has planned for us is everything we think is good is bad, and everything we think is bad is good. I don't know. Also, good to see Carrie Fisher in this. She looks like she has a unique hairstyle in this, something we haven't seen. Very, very, we don't see the full hairdo, but it's good to see that she's in this right behind Han there, and I'm excited. I'm excited for this. As much as we're not getting Mark Hamill, I'm very happy that we do have Carrie Fisher on this poster. Now, other things to see in this poster. Well, C-3PO and R2-D2 are right there, as well as BB-8, and right behind the droids we have a character that has goggles and kind of a bald head, kind of an alien character. Some people are saying this is the Lupita Nyong'o character, Maz Kitana. Is that her character's name? I'm sure we'll all know it in a couple months, but I'm not sure who this is. I assume that is the Maz character, but I don't know. The prominence of this character, or the lack of prominence of this character, is a little bit. I don't know. I find it a little bit deceiving. It seems like that may be an important character in the movie, but do not know. Other than that, we have typical spacecrafts in this. We have our Star Destroyers, we have our X-Wing fighters, we have our TIE fighters, and of course we have the Millennium Falcon. And obviously it's good to see all those characters, ships in this, as well as our lineup of Stormtroopers and Flame Troopers. And overall, I dig the poster a lot. I'm glad we got it. I'm glad that it's very reminiscent of not only the original posters, in the Star Wars movies, but it's also very reminiscent of the prequels. And for those of us that are fans of the prequels, it's good to see that there's kind of callbacks to both of those trilogies, and good to see. It's good to get this out, right? Good to finally get something official on the books for this. Mm-hmm. Well, and then of course, also happening that Sunday, we were getting hyped up for trailer that we were supposedly going to see on Monday night during Monday Night Football. So we got a few teaser trailers for this, like 15-second videos for this, and I, for one, I was a little bit disheartened by these. I didn't find them to be the oh my god build-up that I was looking for this. I mean, they were great. They were great. Good to see new things, but they were not. They just didn't get my my heart beating like I thought they would. So Monday happens, and like most of us, we were at work or in school, trying to figure out when the official announcement was going to be made for when we were going to see the actual trailer. And you know, it was a little bit of a secret throughout the day. I know my anxiety was building as the day was going on, not knowing exactly when I was going to see this, thinking maybe it would be previewed to us online before Monday Night Football, but nope, they held true, and we as fans had to sit through a whole half of a football game before we actually got the trailer we were looking for. Now, folks, I know a lot of fans out there are probably not football fans. I myself, I dabble in football. I wouldn't say I'm a hardcore fan, but I know how the game's played. So I was watching the game, not rooting for either side since my teams were not playing. But it was a little bit a little bit rough half to get through. Especially because the last 2 minutes of the half kind of dragged on for about 15 minutes when we were, at that point we're kind of being told that the trailer was basically going to happen between 8:30 and 9 o'clock Eastern time, or was it 10:30? Well, I live in the Central Time Zone, and it was definitely between 8:30 and 9 that we were being told it was going to happen. I guess that would probably make it between 9:30 and 10 on the East Coast, and 6:30 and 7 on the West Coast. But it didn't happen until, well, I believe it didn't happen until around between 9 and 9:15. When it did, it was a little bit awkward. The newscaster, I'm not entirely sure of his name, but he definitely was a sportscaster that was kind of saying, okay, nerds, here's your trailer, here's everything you've been looking for, waiting for, and we got it, and I immediately had to get on the computer afterwards and make sure that I could watch it again and again and again and pick it apart. And instead of kind of going through frame by frame, inch by inch, second by second of this, I thought I'd give you my rundown of the top 10 things that I enjoyed about this trailer. So, folks, something new for SW Dog. We're going to give you a top 10 list for this trailer. So, drum roll, please. Top 10. Number 10. Things that I liked about this trailer. The omissions, right? Still no Luke Skywalker to be seen. Still in the mystery box. Still not there, right? Now, folks are speculating that old Luke himself has turned evil and he's actually Kylo Ren, and I think this rumor is just complete bogus, right? We've already been told that Adam Driver is Kylo Ren. We all but have seen him in his, we've seen him in the Kylo Ren outfit in the Vanity Fair photos, right? We've seen we can kind of put two and two together, right? Kylo Ren, the official outfit that we've seen in, actual official photography as well as action figures and whatnot. We've seen Adam Driver in that outfit with his helmet off. So I think the fact that, or the rumor that Luke is Kylo Ren is is just complete bunk, folks. I don't think you can believe that. Now, that doesn't mean that Luke didn't turn evil. There's also that rumor floating around that Mark Hamill himself talked JJ into making Luke evil in this. I don't know. I don't like to believe that would actually happen. I think that it would break a lot of fans' hearts, including my own, to see Luke turn to the dark side after all this time. But well, we just don't know, folks, and that's what I love about this trailer is they're still not telling us. There's still a lot of stuff out there that's going to be a surprise when we walk into that theater on the 18th. So good on them for giving us all this and still keeping things a secret, right? Because this trailer still doesn't show Max von Sydow's character. We still don't know who he's really officially going to be. I mean, there's been rumors, obviously, but no idea. Not a single mention or glimpse of his character in this, as well as no glimpse of Supreme Leader Snoke. Nope. Andy Serkis, still a mystery. We kind of know that he's playing a CGI character, but no idea who he's playing. We know he's playing Snoke, but no idea how he fits into the grand scheme of everything, right? Also, still a mystery is the Lupita Nyong'o character. I mean, we know that she's playing Maz Kanata. I'll get that name right sooner or later. But, we possibly hear her voice in this, but we don't see her. Is she that character on the poster? Is she not? I don't know. But again, it's such a great trailer because there's still, it's kind of still a teaser. They're not giving everything away, and I truly do appreciate that, right? And we see it in the poster, but we don't really see it in full view in the trailer. We don't see the Starkiller base. It's possible that we do see it, and that's where some of these battles are going on the surface of this base. But it's still a question mark. Still a question mark in my mind, at least. All right, number 9. Things we love about the new trailer. Kylo Ren, folks. Kylo Ren is just, it's we get a glimpse of Adam Driver from behind without the helmet on. We see him kind of lightsaber lit, going after Finn. We see possibly a epic lightsaber fight happening on the snow planet in the forest. We also get a glimpse of Kylo Ren in the rain with what looks to me to be the rest of the Knights of Ren that we've heard are, that's the Ren's, Kylo's Ren's organization that he belongs to. It looks like there's some other Kylo Ren's around there, or at least Ren's, the Knights of Ren's out there, right? They look, it's such a quick glimpse, folks, but it looks like Kylo's the only one that has a lightsaber. The rest of them kind of have a little bit more blunt object weapons. But they all seem to have similar helmets. I can't make it out. It's so quick, but it looks like we'll see more of the Knights of Ren in this than just Kylo himself. Number 8. The Easter eggs, right? We're getting some Easter eggs in this, even in just a short time frame. We got some Easter eggs. We get a glimpse of the Mandalorian skull that is prominent on Boba Fett's armor. We see that in a flag that looks like it's hanging outside of a bunch of other flags outside this castle type fortress that our main characters Han and Finn and Rey are kind of walking towards. And some are saying this is Maz Kanata's castle. We don't know. To me, why not? It could be Han and Leia's home for all we know, right? We think that we think we know what we know, but we don't. We don't, right? But we also see that there's possibly one of the flags from the pod races, right? The Anakin's flag of all flags, right? Just kind of hanging out there. And, well, I think this was just a tip of the hat by JJ to kind of acknowledge that there is some past in the Star Wars universe. We'll see how much they're actually, allude to these things, but I think this is just kind of set dressing, folks. This is nothing to get completely excited about, but it's cool that it's there, right? It's cool. All right. Number 7. Now this is the one I was going to put it higher on my list, but there's so many great things in this trailer. But this is the one that kind of stopped me in my tracks, kind of got me all emotional on Monday night. Made me run to the computer and see what I confirm what I actually saw. But we see Carrie Fisher herself, Leia hugging Han. It's clear, as I had to kind of do a freeze frame on it, but it's clear that Leia is hugging old Harrison himself. And even though we don't see Harrison's full face in this, we know it's Han by the jacket he's wearing, by that prominent chin of his. And Leia looks upset about something. And, well, to me, like I said, I was going to put this higher on the list because I think this says a lot about what we're going to get in this movie. I was a little bit worried that maybe we wouldn't see our main 3 characters, our main 3 interacting with one another, but this is clear that we will see Leia and Han together, at least for a brief moment, a brief emotional moment. Whatever Leia's upset about, we don't know, but is it tears of joy? Is it tears of sorrow? Is it just distraught? I don't know. Despair. I don't know, but I'm glad we got that, folks. I'm excited. It brings a smile to my face, even if it's a moment that's going to be filled with great sorrow. Number 6, just the action in this trailer. This trailer is full of action, and they got it right. I mean, it's visceral. It's visceral. From the Falcon dogfights with the TIE fighters to the explosions and the X-Wings flying across the water. It looks like you're seeing 2 main battles in this. Right? We got one over the ruins of Jakku. We got the Millennium Falcon, whoever's piloting it, being chased by TIE fighters through the wreckage of these Star Destroyers and whatnot. And then we have another battle going on that looks like it's taking place maybe on the snow planet, maybe on the planet that supposedly has this castle at the end, but definitely firefights going on land and in the air, and not much in space, right? We're not seeing any space battles, which is that'll be a first for a Star Wars movie to not have Star Wars battles in space, but or at least seeing space, right? We've seen space in all of the movies, but maybe not so much battles. I mean, Phantom Menace had very little in battles, but we did at least get some space. So we'll see if we actually get some space travel in this. Well, that brings me to number 5, right? We see a reverse angle of hyperspace, folks. Starts out, we see the stars turn into streaks, but then we get, instead of a first-person view of the Falcon going into hyperspace, we see the Falcon coming towards us. Very reminiscent of things that we've seen in the Clone Wars and Rebels. Change the angle of perspective on this. We see the Falcon coming towards us and going into the hyperspace. So good on JJ, kind of flipping things around, giving us something a little bit different to see. Exciting about that. I'm excited. Little things like that, I think, is going to just kind of breathe fresh air into this new trilogy. All right, number 4, BB-8. Man, I just love this little droid. From that first scene where we see BB and Rey kind of walking in, the dunes of Jakku, it feels Star Wars correct. It feels very iconic. That shot in particular, I think, of all the shots in this trailer, just feels very iconic of Star Wars, right? But we also see BB in the co-pilot seat of the of an X-wing. So good on them. Glad to see that BB's going to be caught up in the action, and obviously I think this character is going to be a fan favorite for years to come. So very very excited about that. Right, number 3, the music, the score of this. It's like, all right, we're getting some new John Williams music, right? Sounds very reminiscent of the original trilogy, very reminiscent of what we've just know to be Star Wars, but feels new too, feels updated, remixed, so to speak, right? Well, turns out this is still not the actual music that we're going to be getting in the movie. This is not new recordings by John Williams, but just kind of remixed by a bunch of people. And, I'm excited, but I'm even more excited that they're still keeping that a secret from us. It's still not sure what we're going to get. So, obviously the Star Wars music has always been huge to the Star Wars films, and their use of this in this trailer is just feels right? Feels right, and yet still a tease. Still not getting whatever we're going to get in the movie. Number 2, it's true, all of it. The Jedi, the dark side, they're real. Yes, folks, we got actual dialogue from Han himself, Harrison Ford, and what kind of, wow, this dialogue just blows me away. Not only just because it's great dialogue from Harrison and a good line read, and it's more than just Chewie, we're home, which, I mean, that was great and all, but this is telling, folks. This is coming from someone, 30 some years ago that was not a believer in any of this, right? Hokey religions and ancient weapons are no match for a good blaster at your side. But hell, now Han believes it all. He's telling our younger characters that the stories that they've heard are true, and that's a big thing too, right? It seems that everything that we know has possibly either been forgotten or legends, myth. Wow, it's an interesting spin that they're putting on this, folks. That maybe things are not well remembered in this universe. Maybe things are completely forgotten. But Han is here to say that nope, it's true. What you've been hearing is true, and maybe it's still around. All right, number 1. The number 1 thing I loved about this trailer. Well, it's right there at the beginning, folks. The first shot, Rey, and voiceover. Right, we get Rey kind of, she's scavenging the wreckage of the Star Destroyer. Rumors that this is something that we'll see, but she's right up front, and I love the first shot of this trailer. It's it feels very to me. It feels playful in a way. We see Rey kind of all in her gear. We don't see her face, but we see the goggles that are possibly from an old stormtrooper helmet, and we see her kind of bouncing around in this wreckage. Feels very much like an Indiana Jones or a Tomb Raider video game, but it's just cool. And like I said, then we see her kind of walking through the dunes of Jakku with BB-8, and feels very iconic. And everything about her in this she feels like she owns this trailer. This trailer, if anything, really is her story. Even though we get voiceover from her, and then it goes into voiceover to Finn, and then voiceover of Kylo Ren. The trailer really kind of bookends her story, I think, or possibly what her story is going to be, because we find out that we get possibly Maz asking her who she is, and Rey is saying she's no one. And then it kind of bookends with her saying, Maz saying, look, accept the Force, let it flow through you. And I personally think that this is going to be Rey's story, and this trailer is hinting that this is Rey's story. But I think we're in good hands here, and I think Daisy Ridley is going to do a fantastic job on this. And I was really, truly, everything about her, I was just like, yes, this feels right. This feels good. And I say that because I think that I'm not going to be negative about this trailer. It's a trailer. It's does everything it needs to do. But I don't know. I didn't get the feels from Finn and Poe like I got from Rey and BB. Even Kylo Ren, I don't know. It was nice, but I didn't get all emotional like I did for that first teaser when we first see Han and Chewie. I think that was on purpose. I think that this trailer was for a more broad audience to just be like, hey, look, this is coming, folks. You may not have known it, but Monday Night Football, huge audience. Now you know, right? And as much as I worry about how successful this movie's going to be, or is our Star Wars fans going to embrace it? Well, the other big thing that happened on Monday is tickets went on sale, and already broke the system down. The internet broke just by selling pre-show tickets. But apparently $6.5 million is already the total that this movie's made just 2 months before it's opened. It's already made some money. I know I was lucky enough to get my tickets, and JP and I, JP, for all you new listeners to the show, JP was my co-host who's currently on hiatus, off being a dad, but I'm sure he'll be back soon. And, exciting thing is JP and I have got our tickets, and we will be seeing the Force Awakens on December 17th, the night that the early showing of it. So, folks, we will be there, and we'll be in the thick of it, and we'll be able to report on it as soon as possible, hear our take on it. And, I'm just super excited about that. So, yeah, the trailer, probably, I'm guessing it's going to be the final trailer that we're going to get on this. I think, I don't know. I think maybe we'll get some different cuts of this trailer, but I don't know how much more other footage we're going to get of this. I'd like to think that this is it, folks. This is all we're going to get, and it's all we need. But we'll see. I think when December rolls around, it's going to be pretty crazy. But folks, there you have it. Our top 10 list for the new trailer, and I hope everyone out there is as excited as me, because this is something that it's something I've waited for a long time, and I'm just so excited to see what they have in store for us. So, folks, as always, my name is Ron. This is Star Wars Delusions of Granular. I hope everybody is enjoying this journey that we're on, and until next time, folks, stay granular.